finally got it. Hey guys, it's Holly. So finally, after months and months and months, has the Harry Potter, what is it called? Wizard Accessory Pack set 40500, which to me at least was a major disappointment just by looking at the photos. But, you know, I've got every single Harry Potter set besides the microscale diagonally, and I mean those first wave of brick heads, and at this point I'm a completionist with that series and that one specific theme, so I felt like I had to get this. Was I hoping for a Quidditch accessory pack? Yes, so much so that I made my own version of it. But, you know, it's time to talk about it. I mean, most people have probably already got it, or at least decided, you know what? No. And you know what my favorite part about getting this in hand is seeing the back of it, where it just says that the characters are Harry Potter, Mr. Borgin, Witch, and Wizard. You know, when we were all theorizing who they could be, like the random wizards in the Leaky Cauldron. Ooh, it's Doris Crockford. Ooh, it's just Witch and Wizard. We were all wasting our time with that. Anyway, let's go have a look at this, because the only reason that I really wanted this was for the Dumbledore's Army tile, which doesn't even fit in with this pack. I mean, I guess the pieces are cool, but let's go. So here is the figure pack built up, and let's just cut to the chase. I'm not a huge fan of this, especially at the price point. For me, this was 25 Australian dollars. Now that's actually been a price increase from last year. The student packs used to be, I believe it was 22 or 23, so it's not that big of a difference, but considering at least what I see as the downgrade in value for this, it's quite disappointing in terms of minifigures, which at the end of the day, this is a minifigure accessory pack. It just feels incredibly weak to me. But in terms of build and actual like set pieces, it's actually all right. So let's have a look at the figures. So first up, we have Harry Potter, and there's really nothing special about him besides the Dumbledore's Army tile, which we'll have a look at in a second. Basically, he's just got plain black legs, and actually marks the return of those Gryffindor torsos from Diagon Alley, which again just makes that piece from Diagon Alley even less special. It almost feels like Lego doesn't really care about exclusives or having anything special in that set at this point. He also is the only character in the instructions which is given a wand, which I found quite interesting considering, you know, they're all supposed to be wizards. And then his face, again, is nothing special, neither is his hair. It's everything we've already seen before with Harry. I mean, I guess it's nice that we are getting a robe, but I would have liked to see it be the one with the tie and not nothing on it. Harry, though, does come with the exclusive Dumbledore's Army tile, which at the end of the day is really the only reason that I bought this set, and I highly recommend to anyone, if all you want is this tile, just buy it on Brooklink. It's $2 instead of paying like, what, 15 or 25 Australian for me. Like, it's just save yourself and just get the tile, which looks really cute, although it's technically not accurate because Harry's name is supposed to be at the top of Dumbledore's Army list, and also George's signature looks a bit weird considering how the G is sort of printed. But besides that, I am glad that we got it. It just really doesn't fit in. This could have been placed in literally any other set and it would have been fine. Next up, we have Mr. Burke, which at first I was actually quite excited for him, considering I thought his face was new, but it turns out this face was actually used in Mos Eisley, so there's nothing special there. However, that was a pretty pricey set, so I guess it's kind of handy that he's in this. Besides that, he's just got the dark brown Prince of Persia hair, and he has the same torso that we've seen a couple of times, most notably that I can think of at least is on Bruce Wayne, and just some dark brown legs, and he doesn't have a wand, although in some of the photos, they've given him the spare that you get from Harry's, but he's not actually supposed to come with it. So yeah, he's just kind of plain, and I don't understand why we really needed him in this set. But someone who actually really didn't need to be in this set, in fact, is Witch, according to the back of the packaging for this. And it's really interesting actually because I've gotten a misprint on my headpiece, which we'll get to in a second, but at least the Witch has a nice printed skirt piece, which is new, it's exclusive, it looks nice, but it just makes me ask the question, where was the skirt printing on Molly Weasley and Bellatrix? I'm being overly negative, but look, it's even got back printing. Like, they did actually put quite a bit of effort into this piece, and considering they've made it match a reused torso, it's actually quite interesting and incredibly unique at that point. Like, this torso was an exclusive for a very long time to the 1989 Batmobile D2C, which was on Vicky Vale, and the fact that they've made this skirt match it, again, is just quite awkward, and you can tell as well because of all of the tassel printing on the back. Her face is a reuse of Petunia Dursley's as well from the 2020 Privet Drive set, and her headpiece is actually Professor Sinestro's from the 2021 Chamber of Secrets, which is nothing special. You can buy this piece on Bricks and Pieces. However, if you look closely, the actually dual molding slash like printing is a bit odd on mine, considering the front of it is actually dark orange as well. It's not black all the way around like it's supposed to, which I actually quite like this misprint or mismold even, because it makes it look like her hair is sort of two-toned and two-dyed. It makes it look a bit more special and unique, even though it's definitely not actually supposed to look like that, but you know what, I'll take it. And then on the opposing side of this head, you have a more sort of concerned and angry face. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, not much special about this figure. It's just incredibly interesting to see how much detail they put into her. And just like the story of Romeo and Juliet, you can't have witch without wizard, and that is this figure, which again, nothing special. In fact, he's less special than Witch, considering he's just got plain black legs, reuses Ollivander's torso, which was actually also reused in this year's advent calendar, which quite sucks. He's got a black top hat, and his face is actually Obi-Wan Kenobi. But again, nothing special about him whatsoever. So here's the build for this set, and honestly this is the best part, hands down. But at the end of the day, this isn't anything special or unique, and it's nothing that you particularly need. I like it. I think it looks pretty cool, and I feel like if you got a bunch of these, you could use it. It's got some interesting parts. You get the brand new 2 printed pieces, including that new Acid Pops print, which I love. 2 different cauldrons in different colors, which is great. You could use this for a potions classroom. You could use the brown one for herbology. You get a brown owl, which is always cool, and then just some plain old tiles. It's very simple, but it's nice and it works for the wizarding world. But like I said, at the end of the day, there's nothing really special in this build. You're not buying it for the build. You buy a minifigure pack for the figures, and considering the figures are quite weak, it just makes me feel like this pack really isn't worth your time or money. So the Harry Potter figure pack, do I think it was a waste? Honestly, yeah, I'm not overly impressed. You're just buying it for the Dumbledore's army piece. It's not as sort of bulk buyable as the student packs were last year. I ended up buying 3, and I wish I bought more of them. I really hope that this, though, doesn't sort of can the whole Harry Potter figure pack idea, because I like it. I just think Lego is not picking the right ideas. It might be a bit dark, but I would love to see a Death Eater one. I know Lego sort of doesn't want to do much Deathly Hallows stuff because of those darker tones, but it would make so much more sense. It's almost like a battle pack. It's good for army building, whereas this isn't that. And even the student pack, you could buy multiples of them, you could reuse them, you could make your own students. It was great. That's as well why I think a Quidditch pack would be amazing and would have been a much better choice for this. It's incredibly disappointing, and this is definitely the weakest Harry Potter set of the year. Honestly, I would rank the Harry Potter art above this set. I just feel like for 25 Australian dollars, this is not worth it, and I could have bought like a really good like schnitzel from a fancy restaurant, not that I can go to a restaurant, instead of purchasing this set. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel down below, and until next time, I'll see you later.